Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of you, and peace out to the rest of you. Black Hearted Son and Black in again. And this message is going to be about the lady at the McDonald's that got hit with the blender after throwing food at the manager. There are lessons to be learned from this. And I'm with Kid Organic. This is unfortunate on both ends. A sucky job, terrible job. Doesn't pay enough, and the customer doesn't get paid enough at her job to be dealing with paying out money and then getting the wrong order. And they don't get paid enough at McDonald's and have to deal with the public, and somebody screwed up the order. And, so that when she walked in, I'm pretty sure they all looked and said, order's wrong, so we're just going to ignore her. I've dealt with that before, and frankly, I already know not to eat at McDonald's in the West. Now, the McDonald's here in the Gulf is better, actually. People sort of look up to that as far as places to eat go. But eating at McDonald's in the West, no, I wouldn't do that. It's mystery meat. The laws regarding what kind of meat can be served are actually more lax. But I want you to make an assumption, even though it's not the right one to make. I want you to make the assumption neither one of these women involved had any men at all, and that both of them were socialized to not need men, not even to value men that would stick around. Because there are women that will value men that stick around and they appreciate men, but they're still socialized to not do so. They're still shamed for that if they choose to do it. They're not praised because they appreciate men. They're called pick-me's. And this is not fair to them. I want you to understand that possibility, that very real possibility. But then there's something else I also want you to keep in mind too. I want you to also think about the pressure that black men and women are under, but especially when either you are a single parent or when you work a customer service job, and the understanding that the manager may have been both or may have just been one, working customer service. America is a pressure cooker, and what you saw there is nothing more than just a sign that America is this pressure cooker, that's all. In this case, the cameras caught it, but this happens daily where black people, men and women alike, finally snap under the pressure and they turn on each other because they don't have access to go after the ones who caused them these troubles in their lives. We're lucky we haven't been gone extinct a long time ago. This is going to happen again, and it's going to happen again, and it's going to happen again, and it's not going to stop until you leave. You cannot kill these crackers off. It was not morally wrong to do so as far as I'm concerned, but you can't kill them off. They're armed and we're not. This is a plantation that we built. I'm sorry, that is a plantation we built, because I ain't on that plantation no more. But that's a plantation that our ancestors built. Okay, fine. Our ancestors built the plantation. Are they going to give up and surrender the plantation because we show up with some guns pointed at them and tell them, cut that mess out? No, they can't. They're not able to do that. They could be facing certain death and defeat. They would still somehow think there's no way these niggas are going to win and beat us. The universe is upside down, not the world, not even the solar system, but as far as not even the galaxy, as far as they're concerned, the universe is upside down if we take control and we run things, and they don't. So, like I said, the solution is not to run away from the U.S. and never go back and get our due, but the solution is to leave the U.S. if you can do so now, and then remove ourselves. As far as being a spiritual hostage goes, remove ourselves and watch the judgment come down. I'm telling you, it's waiting. Remove ourselves and watch God's judgment descend on them like God's judgment. What do you think is going to happen then? They're going to need somebody to come in and rebuild. We could go in then and be the masters. And at that point, we have a much better shot at being able to keep things going. At that point, we've got that option. This is something that could happen. But we're not going to change ever. Things are never going to become any different until the day that we're gone and they don't have us to hide behind anymore. I wish, but that's not the case. We're just going to have to get out. We're just going to have to leave it and then turn around. After that point, maybe have a shot at coming back later on. But we can't stay there on the plantation just because we built it. You can come back to it later on. It may not be there when you come back, but at least the land is yours at that point. And if not, then they're not in any position to win against you. But at the beginning, whether you go back later or not, the beginning is going to be for us to leave because it's a pressure cooker. Slaves built plantations. They didn't stay when they had the option to run. Actually, many of them did, and that's part of the problem. How did that serve us? We ain't in no better situation. We're going to have to learn to run away from this plantation even though we built it, hopefully to come back later and take it over. But we ain't going to sit up here and just stay on a plantation now, and that's all it's going to be. I hope that this has been a benefit. Assalamu alaikum.